that's where the Islamic calendar begins from that migration onwards, Islam changed its nature forever. And so you've got these things where it says strike them at their fingertips or cast terror into their hearts. ISIS and terrorist organizations use those scriptures directly to get influence. There's videos of them striking, hostages of theirs at their fingertips. There's videos of them beheading because the Quran says strike them at their necks. And I think the proliferation of terrorism that can be found directly in the Quran is something that progressives just love to turn a blind eye to. And then the sheer misogyny. And this is why I like to always bring it back to the grooming gangs, because we need to talk about the religious motivation behind it. The fact that there's verses in the Quran, as I mentioned, the one about beating your wife or fearing disobedience, but there's other verses that go on to say, there's many that subjugate Muslim women, but non-Muslim women specifically, when there's it says, tell your women, O believing men, to bring down their cloth over their bosoms or whatever to ensure their modesty and guard their modesty. And the line goes, so that they will not be harassed or molested. So that's like a delineation that Muslim women should cover, and the non-Muslim women that aren't covered are not free from male sexual violence. And that's where the issue comes from. And that's why when you hear the rhetoric of some of these groomers in the grooming gangs and the perpetrators, they say things like, sorry to say this, it's horrible, but they say things like, this is what white girls are for, and our girls are for marriage, but this is what white girls are for. And this is religiously justified because you act like this. You are not virgins. You drink. You wear these kind of clothes. So that modesty really kind of even to this day goes into their psyche as something that they act on a daily basis. And there's so much more. There's just telling women that they're dumb, they get less inheritance, they need double the witnesses of men. There's no limit, there's no lower limit on child marriage. So that's
in the Quran.
Yeah.
Because I'm of the understanding Muhammad had a 9-year-old wife, did he?
Yeah, a child bride. He married her at 6 and consummated the marriage, sexually violated her at 9. So in the Quran it's talking about marriage in a verse, and it says, for those of your wives who have menstruated and those who are premenstrual, da 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 da.